Rare maps show ancient overdeveloped civilization. Earth's history is shrouded in great mystery. In addition to strange monuments, megalithic sites, and objects out of place, experts have come across dozens of maps that indicate a highly advanced civilization, capable of great things that existed before the rise of some of the greatest ancient civilizations on Earth. Countless maps show that before written history, ancient explorers had an extremely well-developed system of cartography, comparable in accuracy to what we have today, proving that ancient mankind knew the exact shape and size of the Earth, contrary to popular belief. Rare maps. These maps appear to have been drawn with highly precise, complex mathematical calculations, such as spherical trigonometry, as if thousands of years ago an unknown civilization undertook to globally map the entire planet, as no one else had ever managed to do before until modern technology. How can you logically explain prehistoric ancient maps that depict areas of our planet like Antarctica but without ice? By doing some simple research, you come across not one but countless maps depicting the same thing, the ice-free continent of Antarctica. But how is that possible? Antarctica was only recently discovered and still is covered in ice. According to experts, Antarctica separated about 160 million years ago from the supercontinent Gondwana, or according to others, Pangaea. 23 million years ago, Antarctica was mostly frozen, while for the last 15 million years, it's been a frozen desert under a thick sheet of ice. Today, scientists estimate that 98% of this Antarctic ice, the ice sheet, is at least 1.6 kilometers thick. The continent is about 90% of the world's ice, and consequently about 70% of the world's fresh water. An ancient world-scale mapping project. The best known and most popular map worldwide is the so-called Piri-Reis map. The Piri-Reis map is a collection of even older maps depicting the correct coastline of Antarctica as it was under the ice. The map was created around 1520, and besides showing Antarctica without ice, it depicts the geography and especially the coasts of the American continent with such precision that it looks like it was done with the help of aerial photographs. And as we read in Wikipedia, Piri-Reis himself explained in one of his notes, in the margin of the map, this is what he drew. He says it's only a map of it is the only map of its kind that exists now. I personally designed and prepared it. For its design, I used about 20 old maps and 8 Jafferai world maps drawn from the time of Alexander the Great, and contained the then known world. So he took maps from the time of Alexander the Great. Besides Piri-Reis, it's important to see some other equally important maps. The Zeno map, published in 1380. The enigmatic map shows accurately depict the coastlines of modern countries such as Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and Scotland. The ancient map also has depictions of the exact latitude and longitude of several islands on our planet. Then we have the Camarillo map of 1502. It uses the spherical grid, even though average people back then believed that our planet was actually flat. Then the map of Lahudi bin Ben Zara of 1487 shows remnants of glaciation in Britain. The map also includes highly detailed depictions of islands in the Mediterranean and the Aegean Sea. And today the islands still exist, but due to rising water levels, they are now under the sea. Then you have the Haji Ahmed map, published in 1559, showing incredibly accurate delineations of the west coast of North America and Antarctica. Then you have the Bosch map, created in 1737, believed to be the result of much older maps, and it depicts Antarctica long before the continent itself was discovered. It's interesting that, like many other ancient maps, this one shows very accurately the ice-free Antarctica. And the King James world map, another shocking map created in 1502. Among other things, it accurately depicts parts of the Sahara Desert, which, however, appear very different from those that exist today, with fertile land, huge river lakes, and ancient cities. The Oronce Finet World Art Map, created in 1534, shows characteristics of Antarctica when the continent was not covered by ice. And a special feature of the map is an inscription that spans the width of the continent. Southern land newly discovered but not yet fully explored, it said. It's believed that this discovery was made about 300 years before the creation of the map in question, but there are not a few who calculated it much, much earlier. How were the maps created? Is it possible that all of the above maps are the result of an advanced ancient civilization that somehow managed to map the entire planet thousands of years ago, perhaps before the last ice age? Did you ever think that this possibility could exist thousands of years ago, before the rise of some of the greatest ancient civilizations on Earth? The Greeks, Aztecs, Mayans, Olmecs, Incas, Egyptians, Chinese, Sumerians, etc. Or maybe somewhere in unrecorded history, there was an implied collaboration between them. Could there have been a universal and much older preliminary civilization whose research, and especially its mapping, has reached us? Or did a much more advanced civilization arrive on our planet? Who was this mysterious civilization that had the mathematical knowledge, all the technical and nautical capabilities to travel and map? Or did it also have the capability of flying vehicles? How come, while these maps have been saved, there is no information about them and their past? If the Piri-Reis map was based on maps of Alexander the Great, the same possibilities exist for all maps. If so, then where did Alexander the Great geographers get such accurate information about parts of our planet they supposedly never reached? Or did they go, but was erased from the history books? So then, is this ancient civilization that made it possible to create the maps or created the prototypes that were copied by posterity? Is it from Earth, or did they come from somewhere else? This was from Ancient Codage. I've translated for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.